Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to the Realm of Inspiration. Today we are doing channeled guidance with the Elfian Healers of the Earth Star Chakra and Root Chakra to assist us in the benefits of grounding. So I am in my grounding energy with Serpentinian as a very good grounding stone for the Earth Star Chakra, and my Tiger's Eye for solar plexus, malachite for the heart, and there is olive wood for grounding. The heart and the solar plexus are definitely related to the grounding process. You know, the grounding process helps aid our energy, and it also helps us feel safe in our hearts. I also have, I got these. What else do I got? I got the red. The color frequency of red, while it is associated with abundance among other things, it is the root chakra, which is the main chakra affected with grounding, but I also have black color frequency as well for removing all negativity from our ability to ground, so from our ley lines and imprints, because if we have a lot of negative and stuck and stagnant energy in the ley lines and imprints around us, then it can be difficult to feel safe to ground. The safety of grounding doesn't come as easily at that point in time. So I am also, if you watched Feng Shui with me, the little mini series I did, I am in the family section of the living space. So the family section of the home, as it were, in a way. Technically the family section of the home as a whole is not right here, but this is the family section of the room that I am in. And that is very much related to the rooting and grounding process, is our ancestry and how that affects us. So there's lots of juicy, fun information that the Elfian Healers have to share with us today. And we're going to start with the Elfian Healers of the Root Chakra. I'm feeling a divine... Who wants to come through? Elfian Realm. Elfian Healers. A divine feminine healer of the root chakra and a divine masculine healer of the Earth Star Chakra. They were saying a funny little jingle about how those chakras are so interconnected and the work that they do is so interconnected, but I wouldn't know how to explain it. But that's what I was like hearing. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they are interconnected. It's happened before where it was Root Star, which is like the combination energy of the root chakra and the Earth Star Chakra. Whew, already feeling like the grounding process is beginning, and I haven't even brought them in yet. So yes, that's what we're going to do. So we are safe and protected. Nothing and no one can access us without our permission, and we're calling forth the guardian angels into the space for the collective all to ensure that all beautiful messages that come through are for our highest good, betterment of our ascension, and to inspire us on our journey as a collective for our highest good. Now, typically I sit on the ground when I'm channeling, but they had me sit on a couch so I could have my feet firmly planted on the ground. So this is actually a very weird sensation for me. I have not sat in a seat with my feet planted on the ground. When channeling for a very long time, it feels like I've just always been sitting on the ground, fully grounded in the ground. So I'm just kind of adjusting to that energy, and I feel like it's like obviously very fitting for this channeling, but also it's just a very interesting the way that energy feels different. This is my first time channeling in this space specifically, this space of the house. So just feeling all the different energy, which it's important when you are, wanting to ground your energy to kind of feel the energy of where you're at and feel where you feel safe. And if something feels a little bit off, just sit with that for a little bit and take some time to understand that. When you understand that a little bit more, it can make things easier for grounding. And I know, like today, my feet have been aching for grounding, so it's very, very necessary. So if you ever are feeling that feeling where you sit to ground and there's this feeling of uncomfortable, or you finally plant your feet on the ground and you feel a little bit at unease, it's your body and your soul just adjusting to being able to ground in that moment. So take those moments and honor those moments. That being said, let's take a few deep breaths. Well, I'll take a few deep breaths, but you can join me. Okay. Got a divine feminine Elfian healer of the root chakra. When I have safely stepped back, already relaxing, you may step forth to give us guidance on the benefits of grounding. Rest is productivity. I am a divine feminine Elfian healer of the root chakra. Rest is root. Rest is productivity. Rest is relaxing. Rest is relieving. Rest is important for grounding. The benefits of grounding on your standard 7 chakra system, and specifically your root, is overall health in your bowels, digestive system, ligaments, skeletal system, and joints, which are affected by the root chakra being off balance. If you are not effectively grounding at least once a day, you will feel some issues in your joints, ligaments, bowels, and digestive system, as an indication that grounding is needed. It's important to ground once a day for the overall health of your physical body, but specifically for your joints and ligaments, especially if you do a lot of physical and manual labor, grounding is important for that relief of tension and connection to the earth. With grounding, you don't necessarily have to ground by stepping in dirt, but ground by connecting to fresh air, to nature, and planting your feet on the ground. As you can tell, our communicator has not taken much time as of late to really plant her feet on the ground and take this moment for grounding, as her body is relaxing as a sign of the grounding process working. When you effectively ground, your body will feel tired if you haven't grounded in a long time, or you haven't had that firm feet planting, which will be talked about a little bit more because the firm feet planting is more related to the Earth Star, so not entirely my department, but it affects the root chakra and the grounding process. It's all related. And so that relaxing feeling that comes and that release of energy that comes when you ground for the first time in a while and you firmly plant your palms and firmly plant your feet on the ground, it is your body telling you that it is finally relieving all unnecessary energy and all stagnant and stuck energy and all tension and all stress and all anxiety. And it is so important, if you have recently relocated, like our communicator has, that you take the time to really just ground and set that intention, because it will help relieve any worries, any stressors, any anxiety related to your new circumstances, new opportunities, and new outcomes. Grounding in relationship to the root chakra is also important because it helps with your sleep. So if you're feeling off balance, you're going to struggle to sleep. So if you're struggling to sleep, that means you need to ground. That grounding is missing, because when you have effectively grounded at least once a day, connected to nature, connected to the earth, just grounded your energy and allowed yourself to release what does not serve you anymore. And that is a daily practice, because you can absorb energy from other people and outside influences and from the media every single day. You can absorb things that are not in alignment with you. So it's important to ground at least once a day to let it all go. Then it'll improve your sleep, because when you feel safe and you feel grounded, you can sleep better. The root chakra really affects your ability to sleep. because it's what would keep you awake if it doesn't feel safe. So if your root chakra is out of balance, then it doesn't feel safe, and therefore it will be hard to sleep, because in order for your body to fully relax so that your soul can astral project and do its work in the astral plane while your body is resting, your root chakra must be balanced and you must feel safe. If it's out of balance, you will not feel safe. And if you will not feel safe, then your body will not fully rest, and then it'll be not a nice and pleasant sleep time. So it's important to listen to your body as it releases things that no longer serve it. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. It's important to listen to your body when it tells you that, oh, I'm struggling to sleep right now. That means grounding. Take a deep breath. If you feel overwhelmed, go outside. You can ground with the moon as well. The moon is a divine feminine energy and has a relationship to angelic Mother Gaia, who is the source of the divine maternal energy, and a lot of grounding is associated with the maternal energy, as enlightenment and ascension is associated with the sun, Heavenly Father God, and the divine paternal. Grounding is associated with the moon, the divine maternal, and angelic Mother Gaia. So you can also ground with the moon. You can go outside and connect to the moon when you are seeking grounding. That balance is so important. And in the spiritual journey, when you are seeking healing, when you are seeking enlightenment, you might neglect how important it is to ground. Because if you don't ground regularly, then your crown chakra will get out of alignment because it is overworking itself and there is not enough balance. Think of it like this. In order for the crown to work properly, the root must work properly. In order for the third eye to work properly, the sacral chakra must work properly. In order for the throat chakra to work properly, the solar plexus must work properly. And in order for everything to be in alignment, the heart chakra must be in alignment. And therefore, by extension, that will mean when the heart chakra is in alignment, it helps the alignment of your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your akashic body, where your inner child is. It's all connected. So the lower chakras influence the upper chakras heavily. So if your root chakra is out of balance and you do not feel safe, then you struggle to sleep. That affects your crown. If your sacral is storing a lot of trauma, storing a lot of cords of attachment and a lot of negative energy, then it can be difficult for you to see things clearly because you are overwhelmed by a lot of different energy, and thus your third eye is blocked. If your energy is drained and you're not able to connect your confidence and authenticity, then you can't communicate clearly and effectively your truth, and therefore your throat chakra is blocked. If someone's draining your energy, it can be hard to listen to other people because you feel like you have lost your ability to be in your own energy, and you feel like you're not ready to welcome other people's energy. So that drain of energy from your solar plexus affects your ears, which are connected to your throat, which affects your throat chakra. So it's all connected, all connected. Now you can have your crown chakra in alignment, have your root chakra in alignment, and have the other ones in between a little bit of a miss and array. But oftentimes, if the root is out of alignment, so is the crown. It's very rare that one would be in alignment without the other. Now you can have the crown in alignment and not the third eye, of course, but if the sacral is out of alignment, oftentimes the third eye can be out of alignment. So it's all connected to each other because they are related and they are the polarity of each other. The upper three chakras are more associated with the divine feminine, sort of, with some exceptions to that rule. So the lower chakras are more associated with the divine masculine, of course, with some exceptions to that rule as well. But if you really think of it that way, there is that balancing, and of course the heart. That can be the way to explain it, is that everything is a balance of each other. So you are trying to balance the ultimate goal in balancing your chakras and in grounding is to balance your relationship with the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So what's really, really important to understand is that because the secular world right now is in the false masculine, transitioning hopefully soon to the divine feminine, that right now there's a lot of overactive masculine energy, and that's why grounding is so important. When you enter in spirituality, and any realm of spirituality, whatever that may be, whether you are choosing organized religion or spirituality of connecting to the truth of the universe, it is up to you. A lot of specifically organized religion is more divine masculine centered. So there is a lack of grounding. And even when you enter in connecting to the truth of the universe and healing and all of those things, a lot of the goal and a lot of what we have observed human spiritual teachers and healers teaching is the ascension path, which is important. Ascension, of course, is important, but you must ground as well. So in any form of spirituality, whatever it may be, of divine light and love spirituality or organized religion, it is a situation where the masculine energy is super, super heavy, so the divine feminine energy is being neglected, and therefore you may neglect the fact that it is important to ground, because grounding is more of a divine feminine practice, but it is needed because most things in your society, organized religion, the structure of the materialistic world, the working world, all of those things are more masculine heavy. Therefore, it is needed for you to ground. Even if it's false masculine and not divine masculine, doesn't matter, it's masculine heavy. So to kind of counteract the effects of feeling stressed and overwhelmed and all of these things, you got to do a divine feminine task, which is grounding. And to speak more on that, I'm going to have my divine masculine Earth Star Chakra healer friend come through and conclude this teaching. Hello, I am a divine masculine Elfian healer of the Earth Star Chakra. So now that our communicator's energy has been a little bit cleared and cleansed, thanks to that Elfian healer, I was ready to come through now and continue the talk about grounding. So what's important for you to know more about the benefits of grounding. So like my Root Star Chakra healer, Root Star, see? Root Star, we are very, very connected, and we work together because the fluidity of the root chakra and the Earth Star Chakra is so, so important. And that is because the root chakra and the Earth Star Chakra connect at the knees. So below the knee is more of where the Earth Star Chakra is doing its work. And above the knee to where the sacral is where the root chakra, so like the base of the spine, is where the root chakra does its work. And in between is where we would call the root star. Root star is the knees. It is the middle ground between, and the knees are connected to your ancestry, and they are connected to your ley lines and your imprints on this plane and the physical reality from every lifetime, every incarnation, and from your DNA ancestry. So from my Earth Star, I'm going to talk about that more in a second, but for my root chakra healer friend was talking about the importance of doing a divine feminine task in a more masculine heavy world. So that is very, very, very important, and something that you are all healing from your ancestry. Yes, this is where Root Star is coming in, because something that is being healed at this time in the collective ancestry is the choosing to embody the divine feminine energy and balance it with the divine masculine, choosing the divine feminine first to open the door for the divine masculine to balance within you, and by extension, balancing the divine paternal and the divine maternal energy within oneself. That brings healing to the ancestry that was not offered the opportunity, that did not have the luxury to sit, think, and remember in the same way that you all have the luxury now to seek the truth for the healing and ascension and grounding and evolution of humanity and the collective all in the universe. Beautiful, right? So Root Star is what I will talk about, and then Earth Star. So Root Star is your ancestry. So one beautiful thing about grounding is that when you ground your energy, you are offering healing to your ancestry. Because you are taking the time to connect to the earth, and if you set the intention, releasing what no longer serves you, offering healing. If you take time in those moments of grounding to just visualize healing light permeating through the ley lines of your ancestry, removing all negativity in your grounding daily practice, you can take a minute to just visualize healing and release in your ancestry. And by taking the time to ground, you positively influence your descendants, whether they come from you directly or they are just the generation after you. You are changing the flow of the ancestry by grounding and taking that divine feminine practice of healing and ascension, because it's part of it. Grounding is a part of ascension. It may not be as floaty, astral plane, astral projection-y, but it is so important, because it's the balance between the soul and the body. Everything is interconnected, and the soul chooses to incarnate in the body for a reason, to experience life, and therefore to properly evolve as a soul. You must ground in your body and ground your soul in your body, and take time to acknowledge your feet and your hands and give them the rest and grounding and love and gratitude they deserve for all the work that they do. That's your Earth Star. Grounding is so beautifully beneficial for ancestral healing, for the clearing of ley lines and imprints. It's beautiful for ancestral healing. And it is the perfect time to heal the ancestry. If you've been breaking cycles, you need to ground, because you need to ground all the work that you've been doing. If you've been healing, you need to ground so you can ground all the healing you've been doing. If you've been manifesting, you need to ground so you can ground your manifestations so that they can come through to fruition faster. Grounding aids manifestation because it can ground your vision. Grounding helps cycle breaking because it affects the ley lines of your ancestry, and therefore beautiful beings of life, therefore it heals the ancestry, and the cycle breaking is working for those before and those yet to come. And grounding is so important for healing because it can help you clear any negative, traumatic, painful, angry, fearful imprints that you have left across this plane. And every lifetime healing can offer the relinquishing of those imprints to be reconstituted, and the stabilization of positive imprints that help elevate your life and the life and light of the collective. So beautiful beings of life. Grounding is so important for so many things, and it is vital that you do it once a day for many reasons. But if there's one reason that you should, more than any, it's because your soul needs it. It is food for the soul. And by extension, it is food for the body. By extension, it is food for the heart and the mind, and it heals the past, and it is a joyful experience for your inner child, your child self, loved to ground and spend time in nature and explore the beauty of nature and taste and smell and be encompassed by the senses. And it's time to reconnect to that for that deeper inner child healing. And most importantly, it helps your joints. It helps your body, and the fresh air is important for your lungs. At this time, I would like to give a gentle warning to the collective all, that your lungs have gone through a lot, and there have been pollutants in the air, and a lot of things that you have inhaled, breathed in, a lot of chemicals that have negatively impacted your lungs and your cardiovascular systems. And there is a period of time, like now, where you are healing, if you choose, from the effects of overwhelming stimulus of smell and the overconsumption unknowingly of toxic chemicals and fumes that affect the health of your 5-body system, chakras, and overall well-being. So it's important that part of the grounding that you do each day is connecting to fresh air If you can go to where lots of trees are, or where the sea and oceans are, where you can breathe in the fresh air of nature, unpolluted, it is highly encouraged. Because one thing the negative polarity has tried to do is negatively impact the lungs. Because your lungs are the breath of life. You are beings of life. Therefore, your lungs are symbolic of your essence as beings. And it affects negatively your heart chakra and your ability to connect and heal your inner child, which is important, as well as your ability to connect to your Akashic body, because that does, in a way, start in the heart. The inner child will lead you to understanding your past lives. So it's important that you detox from any toxins you may have absorbed chemically through your nose into your lungs. Bring healing to your lungs at this time. There has been an attack on the lungs, and it is important that they are healed for the betterment of all. So take time to offer healing to your lungs. And that is our final message. Thank you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I saw some visuals. I also just saw light energy shifting. A lot more light energy shifting and healing. I felt the sensation of grounding and actually a release in my feet, which is a very surprising feeling, that release. I actually felt moving and releasing of tension. A lot of relaxation. I saw the visuals at the lungs. They were talking at the end. I saw that visual, so I am going to heed that warning, because our lungs are how we connect to Mother Earth. It's how we connect to nature, and it's how we are a part of the ecosystem and the circle of life. It is our breath affects plants, and plants affect our ability to breathe, so that relationship we have with plants is through our lungs. So it's definitely important to use that and exercise that, and then take deep breaths and connect outside, because also it positively affects the plants. When we are breathing outside, we need that exchange of energy, and it helps us too. So it helps that relationship of just taking deep breaths and sitting with plants, because they help us refresh our oxygen, and we help them refresh their CO2. So it's important. We need it. Biologically, we need it. So there is just so many beautiful examples of why it's important to ground. But I also saw the healing of the ancestry, which was beautiful through grounding, and that, yeah, we do have this beautiful luxury for the first time in first time in millennias to have the luxury to just ground. While it seems we're so busy, we are not in the same survival instincts in the same way anymore. We do have this ability, this consciousness that we've evolved as humans to just know and understand, that we can finally start doing a lot of the healing and heart-to-heart conversations and connective grounding ascension work. We just have this luxury now that if we don't take advantage of it, we may lose it. So because we have the ability to think and feel and acknowledge these things, we should use it. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that kind of just concludes this video. Thank you for joining in. There will be another video from the Elfian Healers linked at the end of this video that will aid in this this process of grounding and understanding. The Elfian Healers have so many beautiful, beautiful things to share. And if you are wanting to heal your energy and connect a little bit more to the healer frequency, in the description will be the link to sign up for sessions with the Elfian Healers, channeled readings with the Elfian Healers, where they can do a body scan and all the fun things and let you know what's going on and give you some direct insight on those things, maybe spend specific times with chakras, and also will be with long distance Reiki sessions with the Healer of Spirits, who, thanks to her, I am a channeler. So if there's any other testimony to why you should sign up for sessions with her, take me as that testimony, the testimonial. Also, I will include links to, because she's accepting new clients now, and she has updated her program and her catalog of things that she's doing. So I will have all the links in the description for you to check that out. It's been a refresh of healing energy these past few months, and I'm excited for you all to join us in that journey, and to join us in the channeled guidance that all the elves have to share. So until whatever the next video is, whatever flows through the channel of inspiration, I send you love, light, and inspiration. Stay inspired.